And I was experimenting last night with some vellum. I had some vellum. I had just vellum like this, like the sheets of vellum. And my mom's an interior designer, so she has like a whole roll of this vellum to like make floor plans and stuff like that. Let's see it, but it's just like sheets of vellum. And I was experimenting last night, and where is it? Do I have it with me? And I just threw it over here. Okay, I don't have it, but I was experimenting. I made this little tiny little envelope out of it. So I thought it was really cool, so I tried making it with bigger envelope. Now I have this huge envelope. Let me get the measurements of it. This envelope measures 6 1/4 by a little more than 6 1/4. So it's pretty much a square. But yeah, so I'm gonna teach you to making this, and you can like Laura over at Following the Paper Trail has a great tutorial on what you can get and what you can do on vellum. But this is also using her pouch technique. She also has she also does this paper, but I thought it would be really cool to do this with vellum. So here we go. So this is what it looks like. This is the top of it. I left a little bit of room up here so that you can tell or can't find it, so I'm using this thing. Stick something in there, and then you get all this room. And it's see-through, so if you want to do like a really, really cool tag on it, that'd be really cool. So once again, I start out with a big sheet of vellum, and then I'm just going to go ahead, and on my cutter, I'm going to cut it down to 12 inches by 8.5. And it cuts like butter in here, like oh my god, it cuts so nicely in here. So and it's not gonna be precise because it'll roll up and like it won't be perfect, but it doesn't need to. So throw this away, and then by 8.5. Was it 8.5? Yeah, I think it was 8.5. If not, still it'll make an envelope. You guys will get the point. So then you're gonna score it. Since it's a big size sheet on the 8.5 side, you're gonna score it 1 inch on each side. So inch on each side. And once again, if you want to make a smaller envelope, do the exact same steps, but with different dimensions. So now you can put your cutter away. And you guys are probably thinking, why do you do that on a scoreboard? Well, I don't have one yet, like a score pal. But there's a 50% off coupon on Michael's, and I think I'm gonna try to go and get myself one. It's just I need to sort of cool down on the spending, if you know what I mean. So what I just did, sorry I didn't tell you the step. So just go to 1 inch on each side on the 8-inch side. So there's a score over here that equals 1 inch, and then a score over here that equals 1 inch. Then what I then did was folded it in half, and then burnished the edge with my bone folder. / I lost it. Then what you're gonna do is on one side, you're gonna take a pair of scissors. Actually, sorry, back step. If you want it so that there's no little lip at the top, see here, there's a little lip right there. There you can see it. But folding it in half would make it so that you don't have a lip. So I'm gonna fold it just so that at the top there's about maybe, how much is here? Probably 1/4 of an inch. So So it looks like this now. So instead of folding it in half, if you want that little lip, then fold it about 1/2 inch away from the top. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the bottom score line. So the score line will be more towards this side. So I'm gonna cut on this side. So all I'm gonna do is cut against my score line until the horizontal score line, and then I'm gonna stop. And you're gonna do that on both sides, and I'll show you in a sec. I'll do it on both sides, and I'll show you in a sec what it's gonna look like. So now we have something like this, where it's that's gross. Where it's a flat piece here, and then we have 2 sides here. Okay. So I'm trying to do this with my camera. Okay. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the ends and sort of snip them like that. So you just snip your ends off, and it looks like that. Do you see it? So you just cut it on an angle. So now you're something left with a piece that looks like this. So it's horizontal, and then this is the piece. Okay? Now you got a piece that looks like this. There should be a shorter piece and a longer piece. And then this longer piece should be also wider with the score marks on the 1/2 inch side. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take these score marks and you're going to fold them in like so. So you just fold them in. And then, of course, you can do it with a bone folder. And then if you fold up, you're already starting to see what your pocket looks like. See, you see it? There. So, cool. So, now on adhesives, you want to use something. I use the sticky tape. You can use anything you want, but remember this is velum, so you're going to see through it. So, it's important that you choose an adhesive that you think is going to not be able to see through, that you're not going to be able to see through the velum. So, is going to stick really well. So, now what I've just done, I'll tell you what I did in a second. On the shorter side, without the flaps, these are the flaps right here. On the other side, I put score tape along the edges. Since there's a lip up here, when I fold it over, there's a little bit of a lip. So you don't want the score tape to be up here, so it's sticky up here. So that's why I'm doing it on the outside edge of the smaller flap. Okay? Now I'm going to use my pointy tool. Make sure you have a really good sticker. And just taking. Then be careful, because this isn't the sturdiest material, so it's going to want to flop. And then you just carefully stick it down. Like that. And I just like to use my bone folder just like that. And then if by accident, like me, you have a little overhang, just cut that off. It's fine. Tape is making it hard to cut. Okay. So I got a little envelope. And once again, Laura at Following the Paper Trail did a great tutorial. And she used envelopes just like these, but she painted them with glimmer mist, and she stamped them and sort of did like a UV resist type of thing. But it looks really cool. And you can use this in anything. Like, I just think it's so cool. Like, you can video around it. So if you haven't checked her out, check her out. It's Laura over at Following the Paper Trail. Name, and I love her. She's awesome. So yeah. So thanks for stopping by, and go visit my blog at www.scrappbooker96.blogspot.com. SCAPPBOOKER96.blogspot.com. And there's tons of more stuff over there. So, okay. Thanks, have a great day, and bye.